A new surge of kidnappings and banditry attacks are still stirring fear across Nigeria, with many communities slipping back into survival mode. The latest hit came on Monday evening in Isapa, a small farming village near Eruku in Ekiti local government area of Kwara State. Now, more than 20 armed bandits stormed the community around 6 p.m., firing shots and moving with the herd of cattle. Now, by the time they retreated into the bush, at least 11 people had been abducted. An elderly woman was hit by a stray bullet. 7 of the victims came from one household. Those taken include a pregnant woman, 2 nursing mothers, and several young children. Villagers said the attackers moved freely through the area, leaving walls and doors riddled with bullets. Empty AK-47 shells were later found scattered around. Police have not issued any official statement, leaving families waiting anxiously for news. While the renewed danger has intensified calls for state police in the Southwest, leaders and lawmakers and civil society groups argue that local policing is now a necessity and not a political debate. With the resurgence of kidnappings and banditry, as well as the renewed call in the Southwest for state police, has remained on the front burner of public discourse these past few weeks. Former FCT Police Commissioner Lawrence Alobi joins me now for an expert analysis of the situation. Thank you so much for joining us, former Commissioner Lawrence Alobi. A very serious situation we have on our hands.
Thank you very much. It's really very serious indeed, and very pathetic and embarrassing for all of us.
And
yes, like you did raise the issue of state. Yeah, please go on.
Yes, with the increased kidnappings, it seems like in the last month or so, we've seen back-to-back situations. Some are arguing or saying that some of the continued press attention from foreign leaders and celebrities might be fueling some kind of copycat syndrome with these bandits and kidnappers, knowing that they're being spoken about. What is your perception on how to cover the banditry in order to not exacerbate it, so to speak, if that is even something you see?
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, people believe in what they see and hear. We just said, the problem in Nigeria today is very disturbing and very embarrassing for all of us, for the government, the citizens, and everybody, including the security agencies. Nigeria is a country that is blessed, but unfortunately we're not blessed with good leaders. And that is because the government of this country, but at all levels, and its citizens, policing is the lifeblood of security in any nation, effective policing. But today in Nigeria, policing has been relegated to the background. Policing, what is all policing all about? Policing is about protection of life and property, public safety, public peace, maintaining law and order, prevention of crime, mitigation of crime. When these key areas have been addressed effectively, crime will be brought to the very minimum. But because we have neglected we've derailed. The Nigerian police force is a taproot of internal security. And when any tree, the taproot of any tree is weakened, what is part of that tree? And the policing is the life wire of security of this country. Therefore, we have neglected that critical aspect of our life. And in line with Section 14B of the Constitution provides that security and the welfare of the citizens, primary purpose of government. The point is, how has the police, how has the government, both federal, state and local government level, seen the police? They say the police are just there. We need you when we want you. We need you, use you. The police is the lifeblood of this security of this country. If you fix effective policing, you fix the security of this country. Now, what does it require, for instance? Manpower, yes. Manpower will be required. Today in Nigeria, we are said to be about 220 million citizens. What's the state of the police today? We have a lot of wastages, retirement, People die in life, don't have action, service to their country, and later you see them, they have been abandoned and alienated. Most of us gave our lives serving this country. By the end, we're meant to be, we always see penury and poverty. Being denied our rights. So the point is that if the Nigerian government is prepared to fix the police at all levels, I can assure you this country, security country, will not be what it is today. And no crime free. I'm a sociologist too. No crime. There's no crime-free society. But the point is that the government and the citizens must sit up and make sure that they do everything to ensure that the society is safe. Life is based on principle of reciprocity. But unfortunately, in this country, we lay emphasis on our right. We don't think about the obligation as citizens at all levels. At community level, family level, parents are no longer taking care of counseling their children. What can parents do? Just how to expose their children to wealth, no moral values. We want to this country, we want leadership, moral leadership and moral, emotional, intelligent leaders who have the empathy and compassion for their citizens, who want to think that service is a virtue. And getting to political power is not just to go and mass wealth or grab power and be in control. How do you impart the love of these people? That's what gives you fulfillment.
Very well said. And allow me to interrupt you there. Allow me to interrupt you there because you made a very good point. It does require political will. It does require empathy. It does require good leadership. It also requires equipment and money and the disbursement of such in a reasonable manner, which it seems it has not been so. But drawing from your own experience as a retired former police commissioner, in your own time, I know that the issues that we're dealing with are a bit different, but in your time, what was the most effective counter-kidnapping strategy that were employed? What's being deployed now? Is there an advanced use of technology? Are agencies more connected with each other, sharing information? What strategies can be used and worked upon to reduce the back-to-back spate of these kidnappings and bandit events?
Thank you very much. You see, policing is a collective responsibility of both, like I said earlier, both the citizens and the government. Section 14 talks about the government, role of the government. Section 24 talks about the role of the citizens. But how many Nigerians are committed to ensuring that they contribute to the maintenance of law and order within their communities and the country in general? We're concerned how our rights are right. And my colleagues in the civil society also emphasize on human right. Life is based on the principle of reciprocity. You cannot have if you have a right, there's corresponding obligations. Actually, crime is dynamic, society is dynamic. There are bound to be changes. Today, lots of police stations don't have patrol vehicles. They don't have communication gadgets. They don't have how to connect and respond to distress calls. In fact, I want to comment especially today, the CP of FCT, Lantawaye, summoned all the leaders of all estates in FCT. We had 4 hours meeting in his office, and it was a very fruitful meeting. This community interaction, it helps to educate the citizens that they also have a role to perform. Because the society is safe in whose benefit? The benefit of the citizens. Like I said, life is based on the principle of reciprocity. The government has a role to play in terms of technology, in terms of equipment, in terms of training, in terms of welfare. All these things will be provided. But the society also has a role to play. Online Section 24E of the Constitution. Like in my community where I come from, Ecom, there's an association called Cocoa Merchant Association. They bought a Hilux vehicle for the police. The police don't have a police patrol vehicle. This is what community should do. Give information, support the police, and other security agents should work together with the police. The military allowance section 217 are there in aid of the police. Other security agents, they are like other fingers. Fingers are not 5 fingers, not all together. But that team spirit of working together as fingers on one hand, collaboration and cooperation, not competition. But now what is competition? I want to excel, I want to be the best. It's not so. Nobody can do it alone. So actually, what we need this country, we have everything to make us a safe and secure environment, but we need, one, our leaders, our political leaders need moral leadership training. They need emotional intelligence leadership training. They need political education to train them. They don't know that going to a political office, you not just go to grab power and control others and steal money. That they need to impart in the society. Where now, wherever you are now, you breathe oxygen free of charge. How much are you paying to God? Free rain, free sunshine, free life, free world. We are created to contribute towards the betterment of the world. Not just to exploit the world and exploit others, and you think you are the greatest. You are debasing yourself morally and spiritually in the eyes of God. So I think we should try to have this orientation.
Yes.
And think that how can we be useful to, how can we impart in our community? How can we be useful to our community? How can you should be a channel of God's grace to others. You see, God created man in his image. What is the image of God in us? Is it like my big head or my flat tummy? No. Image of God in us, those virtues, those attributes, we have to manifest them.
Mr. Alobi, you speak of this orientation, but the irony of this is most of these leaders attend churches and mosques every week. They have spiritual leaders. They have people that they go to for spiritual guidance. So we wouldn't, where else would they be getting this orientation if not in these religious homes? But it seems that the message still goes above their heads in general, seeing as this is something we're still having to tackle. But recently, there were 19 northern governors. They scheduled an emergency meeting for the 29th of this month. Of course, it's going to be held in Kaduna. The Southwest governors also have resolved that it's time for state police to address a lot of these incidents that have happened. Now, this discussion about state police has been going on for the last 2 years. Not much has moved in terms of the implementation of anything. But what are your thoughts on the discussion of state police being reintroduced into the conversation right now? And what are the likelihoods of it being implemented and helping to solve this crisis we have, rather than making everything just a little bit more confusing and worse?
You see, it is not this system of policing that is the problem. Whether it's federal police, whether it's state police, whether government police, the point is our attitude. Attitude is everything. First and foremost, those who are vocating for state police have what? Do they understand what state police is all about? With our political orientation of our politicians today, you see, police have so been control. It's now under police and others are now only under the control of politicians. A government that will decide who will be commissioner of police in the state. A government that will decide who will be posted into particular. That is not good enough. Police operationally should not be under should be slated from political control. If that is done, state policing is good because normally to bring those who are covering some of the area, who know the area. But then it's knowing the attitude of the persons. Like you talk about the political will. Political will, you do the right thing. Political will, you do the right thing, do the right policing. If police are well trained, well groomed, well equipped, well funded, well motivated, and they give the necessary. Today, 21st century, policing is technical driven and knowledge based. Intelligent is intelligent driven too. These are things we need to put in place, not just because they clamor for state policing. Are we prepared for state policing? Are we really sincere before God and our conscience that we want to serve this country and serve our state? Or just because of the purpose of control? You talk about religious institutions. They have commercialized religion. Religion today is a money-making venture. There's no more moral, no more those virtues. They say the scripture teaches that God made man out of image and likeness. The way we manifest those images of God in our life, in our private and public life, we're all just about to grab power to steal and to kill others in the name of power. You go to where know that power is transient. Who will be in a power position for forever? So I think it is just orientation. State police is good. If our political leaders have that orientation of moral leadership and they have emotional intelligence leadership principle imbibed, they will not have that empathy for the others, that about compassion, that about to serve, not to loot, not to steal, not to oppress, not to dominate. Because it debases them. Life is based on both a material and spiritual life. You see, when your material life is overrides your spiritual life, you have become like a beast in the forest. You need to balance our life, both spiritual and material. That's what man, a human being is made of. A bird cannot fly with one wing. The two wings, humanity need to grow with these two wings. The spiritual aspect, which talks about the moral values, and the material aspect about our mental development and capacity building.
Well,
so
yes.
We need to reorientate ourselves.
That's
what the national orientation should. National orientation need to focus on this character attitude. The government should how to reach Nigerian police force. Nigerian police force, equip Nigerian police force, power Nigerian police force. Because if the police, like I said, police is the live wire of our security. Yeah. Other agencies, of course, like Section 217 talk about the military, talk about our foreign our integrity.
Well, Dr. Alobi, Mr. Alobi, Lawrence Alobi.
So all agencies should work together. For the good of this. We all have a role to play. The media has a role to play. Everybody has a role to play. Not just government alone, please.
Very well said. And we'd like to thank you for joining me this afternoon. Former FCT Police Commissioner Lawrence Alobi, retired. Thank you so much for joining us.